Hello guys, like I showed before in the video, I found the Beehive inside this dead tree. Unfortunately, in Puglia, many olive trees they died. In this one, I found this bee family. So my goal now is to build a Beehive and try to convince this family to enter inside. And after we can try to take care of the family, and in the future, maybe this spring, I hope to collect the honey. So I think that the more difficult thing is not to build a Beehive, but to convince them. But now let's start building this Beehive and let's see if they will enter. Let's start saying that this is not my job, because who follow the channel know that I like to make many experiments, but maybe who is new, they think that I am professional. I'm not a professional one about the bee. I like to read about them. I read a lot of books. I take a lot of information. So now, because I found these wild bees in a tree, I want to build my beehive. Plus, I will do a beehive observation beehive, also a kind of transportation beehive, because it will be a small beehive. So let's start saying that if you want to start these things like a job, like a business, it's better if you buy the beehive already made or with the standard dimension, because it will be more easy to move the bees, stuff like that. You will have all the same dimension if you want to mix the things. So for this reason, I bought this frame. This is a standard one. I will use this to build around the body of my beehive. One very important thing is this, that is called frame spacer, because you put the frame like this, and with this you keep the right distances for your frames. Why we should keep the right distances? Because the bees are very smart. They being created not like us with freedom, but with different law that they follow, because they have no freedom. So if in the beehive they have a space smaller than 7 millimeter, they close it, because they think that is useless. If the space is more than 9 millimeter, they create a bridge with the wax, because they want to use all the space inside to collect the honey. So our goal is to stay all the space inside around 8 millimeter. In this way, it will be easy to remove the frame and do everything. If not, they will close them and will be very hard to remove it. Plus, we need the door or the entrance. We will make the entrance for the bee, so we need a door to keep them. In this way, they can enter. If you want to move your beehive, you turn the door and they will stay inside. Will be safe for you and also for them. Plus, because there is a disease common in many countries that is called Varroa, I think also in English. I will write down if it's a different name. You need a net like this, that is the right dimension for the bee, but when you spray the things to kill this disease, all these small animals will fall, and plus the air will circulate inside the beehive. So this is very important. And because I'm building this to show you what is happening inside, I will make 3 windows. So I bought this frame for pictures. I will use this like a window. So this is not important dimension. The one that you find, you need to make the hole big like this. I will do one in the back and one each side. It's not good to do in front, because when the bee fly, it's better if there is nothing in front of them. It's better for them, but also for you, because they will defend the beehive. So I will use this pallet. Don't worry, it's a clean one, because my friends that give me, it work the clay, so no chemical stuff. And also, if you use the glue, like me, you should use the vinyl glue. Most natural is better it is. And after, also, if you decide to paint your beehive, always natural paint with like a water paint, no chemical stuff inside. So let's start. When I do some pieces, I show you, I tell you the dimension, but the important is the dimension inside. So if you follow the standard like this, you will have no problem. This is the front of our beehive. Here is the door or the entrance for the bee. This is the back with the window, so we can watch inside. Here there is a small hole. This hole is for the bee that I want to collect from the tree, so you don't need it. So after the bee will be inside, I will close with a piece of wood. And this is one side, again with the space with the window, so we can watch inside again. So now I do the last side, and after I put all the pieces together and I tell you the dimension, because it will be more easy to understand. Okay, done it. Now I give you the dimension, but before that I go ahead with the project, I want to paint my beehive. I will paint it white and the roof maybe red or green. I need to decide. I paint now because I don't want to dirty my future windows and the doors. We need to paint it only outside, because the bees, they don't care and they don't like that you paint everything inside. They like the natural wood. Now I give you also the dimension. Remember that the important things is the inside. I give you the dimension, and after I show you the beehive finish. If not, this video will be very, very long. Remember that the important things is always the inside. So from the bottom to where we put our frame is 31 centimeter point 8. I can give you also in inches if you are living in the States. I think that is 12 inches. So in this way, when you put the frame on the bottom, you have close to 3 centimeter or close to 1 inch and something. So there will be space for the bees family. Remember that when they will grow, because this is very small, you need to take a real one, the big one. And this is large, 23.6 centimeter, in inch is 9.3 inches. So now I will paint, I'll show you later. Ta-da! I put the window, and inside, like I show you, I use this one. This is for the fruit. It's very thin, so very easy to use it. Plus I put the door or the gate or the entrance. I don't know if you can see it. And on the bottom there is the net. Now I will color here and also the bottom, not the net naturally. This area is where the bee get off and get up. I don't know in English. We need to leave natural without paint. Plus I prepare also the roof. When you use the pallet you need to find a way, because you see it's always a mess. So for this reason I will buy a foil of wood that will close properly, and after we will put this on the top. So I go ahead, I will add the other windows and everything. See you at the end when I will put all the pieces together.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor.
Okay, the house is done. I put also the small roof in front. The other roof is ready. The window, everything. So you need to put the frame. After I show you how to make one, but it's always better to buy it because they are very, very cheap. For the roof, I use I prepared this model to follow, because it's not easy, especially when the wood is not perfect, is not straight, because I get it from the pallet. So if you do this, will be perfect. I use here and also here, so they are equal. And don't worry, for all the information you can find the link for an article that l'uomo di casa will make, because he's a do-it-yourself man. On his website you can find many things about the wood, about the colors, and also the information how to make this beehive with all the measurement. He will write it in English, in Italian, sorry, but don't worry, with Google Translation, Google will translate automatically for you. Plus, I make this personal sign. This is the final touch. so the windows are working very well. Another thing important is the frame. Now I'll show you how you can make it at home, but if you buy it, it's much cheaper, because one of these, we already, the metal line is less than €1. You need, in my case, only 6. If you have the big one with 10 euro, you have everything ready, and they are done better than the homemade. Plus, I want to thank Vito from the Migiano Garden Center, because he helped me to get some information to build it. Also, he gave me the advice that the window should stay closed very well. We can open to check, but after the bees like to live in the darkness, so we need to close them very well. If you want to find some other information, also he have a website, again in Italy, so is in Italian language, so you can buy also the material there. You can check, have a look. If not, you can buy on Amazon, or where do you prefer, depend on the country where do you live. Okay, let's make one of these. Naturally, this is homemade, so it's not perfect, but I think will work very well. In theory, the metal is not necessary for the bees, but it's necessary for us, because when we move the frame outside, inside our beehive, we risk to broken the box, and so the honey will fall, the bees too is a mess. With the metal, will be more stronger. Okay. If you don't want to miss the next video, where I will try to convince the bees enter in our beehive, click on the bell, so when I will post the video, you will receive the notification. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you are a bees expert, or you have some advice to give us, they are always welcome. Please write down in the comments. Bye bye.